Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, my name is Rossa Firdaus, and today I will be presenting on the use of communicative games to enhance students' speaking skill. Why is speaking skill so important? Because it is one of the main components of communication, which is essential in everyday life and in the professional world, especially in this era of globalization. Through this presentation, I want to demonstrate how communicative games can be an effective method in helping students develop their speaking abilities, which is often poses a challenge in English language classroom. Alright, without further ado, let's start the presentation. Yeah. Okay, the first is background. English speaking skills play a crucial role in both academic and professional domains. In many parts of the world, including Asia, English serves as a primary language for education, business, and international communication. Despite its importance, many students, especially in countries like Indonesia, experience significant anxiety when it comes to speaking English. They fear making a mistake and often lack the confidence to express themselves. Traditional teaching methods in Indonesian often emphasize rote learning and grammar rules, which can be dull and disengaging for students. This lack of engagement and motivation can hinder their ability to practice speaking in a meaningful context. These games are designed to create a fun and interactive learning environment where students feel more comfortable practicing their speaking skill and are more motivated to participate actively. Next, definition of communicative game. Communicative game or interactive activity designed to promote the use of language in meaningful, real-world contexts, unlike traditional exercise that focus on rote memorization and grammar drills. Communication games encourage students to use language for communication. The primary objective is to foster verbal interaction and help students practice speaking in a way that mirror real-life situations. These games often involve scenarios where students must um, communication to complete tasks or solve problems, such as role playing, a conversation in a store, or discussing a current event. This approach not only helps students improve their speaking, fluency, and confidence, but also allow them to practice using language in a way that is directly relevant to their everyday life. By simulating real-life interaction, communication games help students understand the practical use of language and develop the skill they need to communication effectively in various settings. Okay, there is a function and objective of communicative games. Communicative games serve several vital functions in language learning. Firstly, they provide a safe and supportive environment for students to practice speaking without the fear of making mistakes. This is crucial in helping them build confidence in their language abilities. The main objective of these games is to encourage spontaneous and natural language use, which is essential for developing speaking fluently. Through engaging and enjoyable activities, students are more likely to participate actively and use the language in a meaningful way. Additionally, Communicative games help break down the barriers of shyness and reluctance that often prevent students from speaking up in class. They also promote social interaction as students must communicate with their peers to complete the game tasks. This not only enhances their language skill, but also help them develop important social skills such as teamwork, negotiation, and empathy. Overall, communicative games are a powerful tool for creating a dynamic and interactive learning environment where students can practice and improve their speaking skill in a fun and engaging way. Okay, let's talk about benefit of communicative games. The first is changing learning motivation. Traditional language learning methods can often be perceived as tedious and inspiring, leading to reduced motivation among students. In contrast, communicative games are designed to be engaging and enjoyable. By incorporation, interactive and dynamic activities into the learning process, these games capture student interest and maintain their motivation to participate actively. For example, games that involve role playing or problem solving in illustrate a fun learning environment where students are eager to communicate and collaborate with their peers. The second is boosting confidence. Communicative games provide a supportive platform for students to practice speaking English without the fear of criticism or embarrassment. This low pressure environment encourages students to experiment with language use and take risks in their communication as they engage in games that require them to speak public or in groups. Students gradually build their confidence in expressing themselves in English. This newfound confidence extends beyond the classroom, empowering students to communicate effectively in various real-life situations. The third is reducing anxiety. Language anxiety is a common barrier from many language learners, particularly when speaking in a foreign language. Communicative games help um, alleviate this anxiety by shifting the focus from language correctness to meaningful communication and interaction. As students embrace themselves in game activities, they become less conscious about making mistakes and more focused on achieve the game's objective. This relaxed atmosphere enables students to practice speaking English naturally and spontaneously. Therapy reducing their overall language relaxing anxiety. And next, improving social skill. Through communication games, students not only enhance their language proficiency but also develop essential social skills such as cooperation, negotiation, and effective communication. Many games require students to work together, discuss strategies, and solve problems. Collaborative. For instance, team-based games or role-playing activities simulate real-life interaction where students must interact with peers using English. By engaging in this social dynamic, students learn how to navigate social situations confidently and respectfully, but in out of the classroom. Next is practical language use. One of the key strategies of communicate games is their ability to contextualize language use in real life. Secondaries, unlike traditional methods that focus solely on grammar rules and vocabulary memorization, games provide opportunities for students to apply language skill in authentic context. For example, simulation games like ordering food at the restaurant or negotiation a business deal require students to use English in practical and meaningful ways. This practical application helps students understand and relevance of language learning to their daily life and enhance their overall language proficiency. In conclusion, communicative games revolutionize language learning by fostering motivate, confidence, and effective communication skill among students. By integrating these games into the curriculum, educators create an engaging and supportive learning environment where students thrive both linguistically and socially. The benefits of communicate games extend beyond language acquisition and equipping students with essential skill for success in a globalization world. The next topic is implementation of communicative games. The implementation of communicative game in the classroom involves a series of well-planned steps to ensure their effectiveness. First, we start with careful planning, where we identify the specific language skill we want to target and select games that align with these objectives. It's essential to choose games that are appropriate for the students' language level and interest to maximize their engagement and participation. Once we have selected the games, we prepare the necessary materials and instruments to facilitate smooth execution. During the games, we provide clear introduction and rules to the student, ensuring that everyone understands how to play. We also create an encouraging and supportive atmosphere where students feel comfortable taking risks and making mistakes. As the game progresses, we observe the student interaction and participation, taking note of their language use and any challenge they encounter. After the game, we conduct a reflection session where we discuss what went well and what could be improved. This allows us to make any necessary adjustment and refine the game for future use. By following this step, we can ensure that communicative games implement effectively and provide meaningful learning experience for the student. After that, we shall talk about challenges and solutions. Some of the primary challenges include time management, maintaining classroom discipline, and ensuring active participation for all students. Regarding time management, teachers often need to ensure that the games fit within the available class time without detracting from others' instructional activities. The solution is to plan games that are appropriate for the time available and to manage the class schedule effectively. To maintain classroom discipline, it's crucial for teachers to provide clear instruction and establish ground rules at the outset. Meanwhile, to ensure active participation from all students, teacher can divide the class into small groups and use games that involve every student directly. By adopting these strategies, we can overcome this challenge and make communicative games effective tool for learning. The last is conclusion. The study demonstrates that incorporating communicative games into English language teaching significantly enhance students' speaking skill. This game not only make learning more engaging and enjoyable, but also helps students with confidence in speaking and overcome anxiety. By involving students in active and meaningful interaction, communicate games encourage more natural and effective use of language. I think that's all. Thank you for attention. See you. Bye bye.